Hi, I'm Bethany Johnston. I'm an extension educator in the Central Sandhills area, and I am going to talk to you today about GrassSnap. And we've already covered the Add a New Transect button, and we're going to move on to the Albums button. So once your data has been entered under Add a New Transect, all that information is going to be saved under your Albums button. So if we go ahead and choose that, all of our folders are saved with the pasture name on there. So you can see all of my names that I have here, and you can save quite a few folders on here. We did up to 45 pastures on one place that we monitored, and we kept adding pastures and we got up to 70. So there should be enough room for you to have multiple pastures on there. For the albums, this is where your data is stored, and what we're hoping is that you won't use GrassSnap for a storage device, but that you will actually transfer this information to your personal computer, and then that way the pictures are bigger, it's easier to see changes when you look at those bigger pictures, and so I'll show you how to transfer that data. If you're using an Apple product, you can just go through the app section of iTunes and actually get that information off using iTunes, and there's more information here on how to do that. If you, for some reason, do not have iTunes or you don't have access to the internet, another way to transfer your data is to select Edit and then select your pastures you want to transfer. If you hit the box with the little arrow on it, it brings up three options. So the first one is Delete Albums, and you never want to use this button, Delete Albums, unless you are never ever going to use that pasture again. For me, I'm probably not going to want to delete those, but I do have a test here that I'm going to delete. I did this one while I was in the office, so it doesn't have any pictures of significance on there. So if I choose Delete Albums, it's going to totally wipe out that album, and I won't be able to update existing pastures with that again. So make sure that you only use this button if you never are going to monitor in that pasture again. The other one you can use is Save to Camera Roll. So if I don't have internet access, I can use Save to Camera Roll to actually save the pictures to my smart device, and then I can use my cord and plug it into the computer and download my files that way. It's not quite as easy or as fast, but if you don't have internet and you need to get that data downloaded, that's one way to be able to do it. The third option here is Clear Photos from this Transect, and what this does is clears out your photos. So you're still keeping your pasture information, your GPS location, but your photographs from that year are going to be deleted. So you need to make sure that you back up your data from your smart device onto your computer. And I would save it under my files or my documents in my computer. What we've noticed with iTunes is if you go to update your iTunes and you've deleted some of these pastures, it's going to delete it on your computer. So make sure that you put that in a secure place. But that way, if I am doing 45 pastures, I can clear out the photos and have more memory on my smart device to do that. So that is our Albums button. I'll show you some pictures on here, what these look like. So if I were to go to my pasture R20, you can see I have several different locations on here, or times that I took those, and you can blow up the comments on there. So we actually saved the trend score, that was the data that we filled out on this pasture, and then if you touch the picture, it will bring up a slightly larger version of that pasture, but it's still kind of hard to see the details in there. You can see that the pasture name's on there, the date it was taken, the GPS coordinates, and we actually manually entered these in, and then which direction we were looking. It also marks if it's a photo point or a photo plot. So you can see this picture here is a point, and our next one is our photo plot, and it says plot 1. So if I did up to 5 plot pictures, it would name all of those. But you can see looking down, it gives us more detail about that soil surface. So that is our Albums button, and this is where all your data and information is stored. You want to remember to clear your photos before you go out and monitor the next year so you save room on your memory of your smart device. And always make sure that if you are never going to use a pasture again, that is the only time you want to delete that folder. For more information, you can check out our website at centralsandhills.unl.edu/grasssnap, or you can watch more YouTube videos on the other buttons.